All right. It says I'm live. I've been trying to get back you guys on the main channel for so long now. It's not even funny. But I got a question for like all of the longtime subscribers to the original Bill Cooper channel I made, because I'm going to this video and I'm gonna put it on I'm gonna put links. I basically want to explain to you guys what's been going on right now the right way, because everybody thinks I'm paranoid, everybody thinks I'm crazy. So I want to break things down for you guys, because I'm still not done doing what I have to do before I get people to understand what I'm trying to get people to understand, because people still don't understand the importance of our rights and police, watching the police and making sure that they're just not taking advantage of people and stuff. You guys, people today don't even care about stuff like that. And I'm wondering, I'm like, why the hell do you celebrate Memorial Day and the 4th of July if you're going to sit here and say that a cop can do things that he cannot, and then tell somebody that who knows that a cop cannot do something that it's okay to let the cop do it? Like, people today, just y'all, I don't know what is wrong with them. I really don't. But I want to get talk to you guys about this community program type thing that they got going on. There's a bootleg community program type thing they got going on, where it's like a community watch. Okay, there's not real unmarked police cars. People follow me around and everything. I want to ask all of you who have subscribed to the Bill Cooper channel, the original Bill Cooper channel, when when have you ever known me to just make something up? When have you ever known me to just come out of the blue and just make up a crazy ass story and then make you believe it? Am I not always the one telling you not to believe it until you get all the evidence, you get all the stuff, just like Cooper did? What what would do you honestly think that this Truman Show junk that I've been going through? What do you think that I would make it up for? That's what I want. I don't understand why people think I'm making something up. Have I ever been paranoid to the point and said, "Hey, y'all, people are following me and so and so and so and so"? Have I ever been that way for as long as you guys know me? Have I ever just made up a wild ass story and made you believe it? You think I don't know this junk that I be saying when I'm telling you what's going on in the community with the police and stuff sounds crazy? Do you people think I don't know that? But what I'm trying to get people to understand is it's not real unmarked police cars. There is a community law enforcement type collaboration thing with counties. And they're giving people, I don't know if it's an app or what it is, they're giving them some type of authority that they really are not allowed to have. So now you have grown-ups playing in the middle of the street, doing things like cutting you off, trying to box you in, but you have to understand the concept of a bait car. They're not following you for no reason. There are, like, when you have a bait car, your tags, registration, insurance, you don't have anything like that. Their computers pick it up and they have to follow you. But the whole important thing of the bait car is the law. People are so dumb, they still don't understand what I mean by the law. You cannot just run somebody's tags for no reason. And no law enforcement agency should be giving other citizens any type of tracking technology or whatever it is, apps or permission to be this Gestapo community watch when they're hogging up the highways. They're the only ones on the highway, you guys. I'm gonna explain it more in depth. They're the only ones on the highways. They're the only ones making Ocean Highway dangerous, running up and down in their little packs, trying to box people in. And they do this because they all think like they're bootleg 007s, because they're kind of like community watch. But what they're doing is violating people's rights. It's not me saying I'm paranoid because they're only following me. It's not just me. They're doing it to other people. What they'll do is they'll look at something minor on your car and then they'll try to get you in trouble for it. But and some of them even have lights and they play like they're unmarked police cars. They're pulling people over illegally, basically. And I'm trying to get people to understand that they're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to stop people from driving down the highway or trying to box them in. They're not police officers, is what I'm basically trying to say. They need to let the police officers do their job. But the police officers in Brunswick County aren't even police officers either. These guys are some of the biggest scumbags on the face of the earth. And I've heard people tell all these stories about them after things that I've already caught. Now, I'm going to reiterate. I don't make stuff up. I wouldn't just tell you that there's like a real life Truman Show junk going on if I didn't have proof, which is the Facebook page. But some of the guys, the new agers who are such cowards, they don't want to go to Facebook even though they're on YouTube because they're running from somebody. I don't know. Just like that's basically saying you go to listen to Fox because CNN is harmful. but they believe in stuff like that. So although they haven't watched all the video evidence and me calling the patterns and me driving around doing 5 4 hour lives, they can somehow have an opinion of what I'm talking about when they don't even know what I'm trying to say. This is what I mean today by the new age or type of technology, and they have the Twitter brains. I'm not saying in they live type jump. Well, actually, it feels like that. But what I'm trying to say is they're using citizens against citizens. And Cooper had talked about this. That's why I said again, I don't understand why the guys are on channel trying to say somebody's crazy and trying to say whatever. It's already been proven, but we all know. I'm gonna send a link to my new page because what happened lately was I basically been going around filming the police. Then I started seeing their little cronies, which was the Hillbilly Bootleg Community Watch. And then I realized it was just about all of my neighbors and just about everybody in the city who's actually here. I'm not from this city like that. Like I don't have like an actual registered address or anything. That's why it's different with me. It's really, look, I want y'all to understand. I know this sounds crazy and it's really hard to explain. But if you know me and you're here from the Cooper channel, you know I don't make junk up. And it's funny because people who think that I'm crazy, I'm like, yeah, this is coming from a guy who thinks that the government is going to tell him the truth about aliens and thinks that HBO and Cinemax or whatever commercials about aliens are true. So let's not try to talk about paranoia and somebody being crazy and all that other stuff when you honestly think something that's stupid, dude. Or you believe in you're one of those lizard lovers. Let's not talk about somebody making crazy stuff up. But okay, so what happened was I was going around doing live drives on Facebook and recorded them, and they didn't like it and stuff like that. So then now the police have been going out of their way trying to mess with me. And I was doing live drives, and I dropped my phone during one of the live drives, and it broke, right? So just to prove that there's some kind of bootleg community watch and people were procrastinating and they got some kind of tracker on cars and they're getting some kind of technology, I stayed in the Circle K parking lot for 3 days, right? And I wasn't really filming, but I was I had my GoPro, but I didn't have my phone because my screen was cracked. And I was basically predicting what everybody was going to do and watching them procrastinate. And I called it the parking lot series. And I was basically just filming them and all the people who were following me in the license plates I collected and stuff like that. Again, I know this shit sounds crazy, but if you haven't watched all the live drives, just shut the hell up. Because I'm so sick of somebody not looking into something and then trying to say somebody's crazy. If you didn't look at all the junk, if you haven't looked at all the footage, shut the hell up trying to call somebody crazy. Because you don't know what you're talking about. You didn't do a deep dive into what I'm saying. And you don't even know what the hell I'm trying to tell you, which is usually the case. With people who think they're smarter than somebody, but they don't do anything but watch news or watch so-called alternative media news, and then they talk to somebody like me who actually goes and reads stuff and reads documents. Somehow that's crazy to them, and they know more than somebody. They know more than somebody like me when all they do is listen to somebody else that told them something on so-called alternative media because they're too lazy to go read something or go read a law or go read to see if a governor can do this or go read and see if what a doctor says is true or go read and see if what the WHO document says is true. But they'll tell you all about, how, you sound crazy or whatever, when they're too lazy to go do any type of independent research. But if you're a real Cooper listener, you already know that. So then all the people who work at a Circle K and got it's basically a thing, a popular thing. You know how everybody has like a popular, when something starts trending, everybody jumps on it. Well, that's basically what this community bootleg hillbilly watch system is. So everybody in this town basically jumped on it and thinks that they're 007 now, right? So I was basically, like I said, making a new series, recording them, and I stayed about 3 nights. And then I stayed there one night, right? And then I went driving to see if the people who were doing this bootleg community watch were still acting like children in the street and cutting people off and doing all the stuff that I already caught evidence of, and they were. So even though I didn't flip out, I just kept recording them. Leland PD tried to pull me over for one headlight, even though everybody in this town rides around and has one headlight. I was trying to explain to people, but they're so dumb that they have no idea what I'm talking about. And people are so fooled by a police being nice to them, thinking that means police are trained to be nice to you. Police are trained to act like the good guys when they're not. They're basically incriminating you. And that's just the way it works. Somebody can get mad about it all they want. That is the way that it works. And there is actually 90% bad cops and then there is good cops. And people can get mad about that all they want. It's the truth. We've seen it. You've seen corrupted law enforcement officials. You've seen females trying to stop their sergeants from doing something, and the sergeant choke her up because she was trying to teach him the law or get him to stop about to beat somebody to death or something like that, and then he chokes her up, and then they don't give you none of the video footage. But every time they do something good, video footage comes out just like that ASAP, right? But then when it doesn't, it's all or when they do something bad, it takes a long time. Video footage is missing. If the cops were so good, there would not be so many independent YouTubers going out and citizens going out on the streets and having to record them. So people can get mad about them being as idiotic as they want to be about how the world works, but I am not. And they're training these little cronies now, these little community cronies, basically to help usher in the new world order. And you should see all the footage I have of them just driving down the street. And and all the footage that I collected in the parking lot of them procrastinating, trying to wait for me to leave, but I was standing in the parking lot, so they didn't know. But Leland PD pulled me over for bullshit, one headlight, because I've been filming them lately. And so they took my license plate. So then I went back up to the Circle K and stayed for about 3 or 4 days just filming everybody coming into the parking lot and what they were doing and everything like that. And then all of a sudden they're the victim, y'all. Then all of a sudden, oh, he's in the parking lot filming, and knowing that I was filming every single one of them. Not only was I filming them, I was calling which corners they were going to come around on their little, because they got like their little Fisher Price walkie-talkies, right? And they're all like spread out in the town, right? And they're trying to be like cops, but they're not. So I was basically sitting in the parking lot predicting what they were going to do, and then sitting there watching them procrastinate on my GoPro, and I called it a parking lot series. So then they got mad about that. All of a sudden, they're the victims now, even though every single person that came out to this OK parking lot was coming up to procrastinate so they can try to do their little childish crap, their little childish community watch crap that actually makes the streets more dangerous than safe. And I got proof of all of that, right? So now, keep in mind my phone broke and all this other stuff. So they called the cops on me. They called 2 sheriffs on me and said, even though I just bought a coffee, just bought a hash brown, they tried to say I was staying in the parking lot for a week. And I know you're going to say that everybody's going to say I'm crazy, but it's all good, because what I say always comes to light one way or another. And they ain't got to believe it, because it's all online and it's all proven. Just like I told the cops, you don't have to believe what I'm saying. Just like I tell everybody else, you don't have to believe it. It's already there. But if you're too lazy to go look for it, shut your ass up with an opinion. So now, I wasn't away from the channel for that long, and going out every day, driving around from here to Blaytonboro, chasing down state troopers, chasing down unmarked state troopers and chargers, and they were all running from me for no reason. But an idiot who hasn't watched the footage and seen me do all that somehow can have an opinion about I didn't put the cops back in line in Brunswick County when I was the only one who put them back in line. Because if it wasn't for the social media page, then they would still be out here running wild, and people can make all excuses in the world that they want. Now, again, I'm just so tired of ignorant people, you guys. I'm so tired of people trying to tell me something when they didn't watch anything, they didn't do anything, they haven't did any research, but they somehow know what I'm saying and somehow know that I'm wrong, and somehow know that I didn't do something that I did. What was it? Where are we at now? I'm trying to catch you guys up to speed. So they called 2 sheriffs on me, and then the sheriffs made me leave, and they were glad too, because they all thought I was gonna be off of the streets after that. So I took the GoPro and went on Pat and Charlie and everything. But look, I'm trying to get you guys to understand the principle of the bait car. They don't just do it with the bait car, they also do it when I was on foot, because they are basically the eyes of the community. So if they don't have a tracker on you, they still watch out for what they think is suspicious activity. But really, they're the ones going around harassing people, stalking people, jumping out of alleyways, just doing some just stuff that, to be living in the 11th state safest city in the state, just doing stuff, just the most immature, childish bullcrap. And before you open your mouth, if you want to witness it, I'm going to be back on foot tomorrow live on the Facebook page for you guys who actually want to go observe what I'm talking about. If you look at the other Facebook page first and all the live drives, then you're going to see me do on foot, calling out their patterns and everything like that, so you can see what I'm saying and put it into perspective. Because a lot of people, they're so dumb, they don't understand what I'm saying because they don't listen. Just like every other time I try to explain something to an idiot, they don't listen from beginning to end, and they think they know what the hell I'm talking about, and they keep on jumping in with an opinion. They keep on jumping in, and I'm like, you don't even know what the hell I'm trying to say. So shut the hell up. You know what I mean? I'm sorry about that, y'all. But shut up. You don't know what I'm trying to say. You think I'm saying some Truman junk, and so all these people are trying to just shut the hell up. That's not what I'm trying to say. Listen, and then you will know what I'm trying to say. Um, So now basically the whole town of Leland is mad at me because all of them are a part of this bootleg community watch, and I've been going around filming them and junk like that. But after the sheriff got me off of the property, both sheriffs, because they're cowards, they roll like 10 deep in the backwoods, these community watch peoples, and then they jump out on somebody over some insurance and junk like that. Like literally with the Leland PD sitting in the back, the sheriff sitting in the backwoods with them, and then 4 so-called unmarked police cars, which are just like bootleg hillbilly pickup truck. Anybody and their mama is like a community watch sitting like 10 deep in the backwoods, and I got footage of it. So like I said, if you haven't watched the footage, you haven't watched the live jobs, don't say I'm crazy. I have it. I'll put the link of the page that I can't get back on because I just dropped my phone. But I already created a new page and a new series, which is the walking series, or the Pat and Charlie series is what I like to call it. When I go out on the streets and predict what they do and show you the police activity, so you can see it from a better perspective, and I can talk to you better instead of being in the car worrying about them jumping out and doing all that childish, immature bull crap is what they're doing. And see, nobody here knows the law or cares about the law or cares about the rights, so they think that I'm wrong for sticking up for my rights. Like I was trying to tell people that the whole part of the debate car is police officers are not allowed to just be sitting on their lazy ass on the side of the road or sitting in a Hardee's parking lot or something like that, and then somebody tracker picks up their tags and then they can just go run and pull you over. But for some reason, every idiot and their mama believes that a police officer is truly allowed to do that. Only time he is allowed to do that is if you have some kind of traffic violation. You're swerving, you're doing all this other stuff. But Leland PD pulled me over for one headlight, but he only did that because he wanted to take my license plate because he wanted me off the streets, because he know I was the only one out here making sure they were in check because they were running wild, right? And I was trying to explain this to people, but they didn't understand. They think I'm just lying, even though they were always out here 24/7, and now they're not out here, period. But I caught more of them out here today because today was the first day that I was like out on foot. You know, the reason why they're out here more is because they think I'm off the streets. But you know me, y'all know me. I got a message. I got something to we got something to protect, which is rights in America, because people don't care. They don't care if their rights disappear. They don't understand what Cooper was talking about. That if our rights disappear and cops are able to do whatever they want, this country is going to go straight down the drain. That's what I mean by why the hell do you even celebrate the 4th of July and Memorial Day and stuff like that when you don't understand your rights and you're mad at somebody else for sticking up for their rights and telling you that a police officer is not allowed to do whatever the hell he wants to do. He has to follow protocols. Legal protocols. He can't just make up something to pull you over or go out of his way for a headlight and just pull you over. And I said that to him, and I said, now I got to see him in court. And the only reason why the Leland PD didn't take my car, I believe, is because he found out I knew the law, and so he just made me surrender my plates, which is what he wanted to do anyway, because they all wanted me off the streets, because they're Leland PD. These guys are like scumbag, low-life, dirtbag police officers. And so many people who haven't observed them as much as I have and watched them and caught them doing the things that I have think that they're good. Their state troopers are the lowest of the low. Like, and their sheriffs, but in the PD, all of them, they're lawless. They don't know the law. They don't follow the law. They go around bullying people. They go around trying to run anybody, or not even have to run your task, since they got this new little technology. And then they could be sitting on the side of the road. You come by and they'll make the streets more safer, because more dangerous, because as soon as you come by with it, they'll speed out and then trying to get out, like just doing unnecessary stuff that a police officer is not allowed to do. Like even some idiot in New Hanover, I had some beef with, well, not some beef, a situation happened with me and the sheriff in New Hanover. And so, I always take it to social media, and that's when they listen. And then I rode around New Hanover after that, and they weren't doing what they used to do either. But some idiot on their Facebook page, which I believe was just an undercover, had to been a cop or something like that. He said they can run your tags for any reason, any time, any place, anywhere. I said, there are people who believe that. They honestly think that they're allowed, that the police officers are allowed to do that when they're not. So, after I got, Circle K, I said, call the cops. So they called the cops on me. I recorded that bullish, and then they gave me a trespass, which wasn't even an official trespass. They didn't give me any papers or anything like that. And then, so I was like, all right, okay, cool. And then I just been on foot recording them, and now I'm gonna prove the rest of the series on foot and show how if you look at all the live drives, you can tell that there was some kind of thing on my car, because if every time I was in the Circle K parking lot, it was completely empty. And then as soon as I went in there and stayed, it filled up. But everybody in the parking lot was sitting there procrastinating. See, and that's why I would go around and move my cameras and watch them and watch what they do and predict what they do. And that's what people thought I was crazy, because they thought that I was saying that all the people were unmarked police cars. And because I did say unmarked police car, but that's not what I meant. They're bootleg community watch people, basically trying to be cops is what I'm trying to say. So and they've been given some type of system, and they don't even understand that they are literally domestic terrorists right now, helping to usher in the new world order. And if you if you don't believe it, I'll put the first link I'm going to put is everything I've already recorded. The second link is the new page that I'm going to start on foot tomorrow after we get in working or whatever, where I'm going to go on foot with the Facebook lives, because after they trespassed me and my boss went back and got my car, and now it's on private property, and they think that's going to stop me, but it just made me think of a whole new series. And since I broke my phone, I couldn't get back on the original Cooper channel to make this my take to explain to you guys, because if you watch the live drives and stuff, you're gonna think I'm crazy if you haven't watched all the other live drives when I'm calling and predicting what they're doing and stuff, because because that does look crazy. I admit that. I just look like a maniac driving on the street. But if you check the links, that's why the links are in the comment box, so you can go watch all the other videos from beginning to end and observe. If you don't have no time to go observe and watch and understand, then don't comment. Because this right here is important to me, that the police here understand this and that the people here understand this. And I don't care if it's important to anybody else. I don't care if anybody thinks I'm crazy. I don't care if anybody thinks, whatever. I'm standing up for myself. I know my rights. I know the law, and I'm not going to let them violate it. And if anybody else, and don't you ever let nobody tell you that you should just let them do this or let them do that or let it go. Hell to the no. I'm not letting shit go until they not only leave me alone, but they leave other people alone who they ain't got no business messing with, because they're not police officers. And that's what I was trying to explain to the people who think I'm paranoid, even though I caught so many people following me on the live drives, put them on a YouTube channel. It's not no type of paranoia like I just made it up. And all you dudes who sitting here, alien lovers, and honestly think the government's going to tell you the truth about a damn ET tomorrow, shut the hell up talking about somebody's crazy and somebody's paranoid, somebody made something up. What was I saying? Because, like I said, if you're here, I can't read the comments right now because I want to get this off my chest. I just want you guys to think about how much sense that makes, that I would just come out of the blue. As long as you guys know me talk and set things straight about what Cooper said about ETs and all that stuff, if you think that I would just come out of the blue and say something this crazy that even I know sounds crazy as hell. Look, y'all, I still don't even understand what they're actually trying to do when they're trying to pull out and stop people from going down the road. And I'm still trying to figure out what they're trying to do. I've caught a couple of them trying to cut on their bootleg police lights that are just white lights, and then they cut them off whenever they saw me because they knew I was live and stuff. Same with the state troopers. I caught them doing stuff that they weren't supposed to do. People don't understand what entrapment means. Entrapment, they think it's okay for a state trooper to just sit in the middle of the median or something like that and then just run people tags all day long, or clock their speed all day long. They were doing that all through Brunswick County. Now they're not doing it, but somehow some people think that it was because CV that the police are not out here. No, the hell it's not. It's because of C-Loop that the damn police are not out here like they used to be. But they're going to try to be back out here now, again, because they think that my car is off the streets. They think I'm off the streets. But y'all know I ain't giving up on what's important to me, regardless of what anybody wants to say. So if you guys want to, you got to give me some time to repost the links. I'll post the first link so you can view the actual thing. And for y'all who don't want to do Facebook, then just don't do it. But don't comment either about trying to have an opinion if you don't go watch those other videos. But I'll watch the page that I can't get on because I dropped my phone, and then I'll post a link to the page that I just made that I'm going to start doing live walks tomorrow and showing you what I'm talking about. What else were we going to tell you guys? So it's going to be a while before I get back because they're going to keep on trying to do this, and it's important that they know that they don't need to do it to anybody. And that's what I say about the light and the camera. Cowards want to do things in the dark. When your camera is on them, that's a light, so then they have to do things a certain way. When your camera's not on, they can make stuff up and make somebody think that they're allowed to do something that they're not. So, but everybody thinks that I'm using my camera for attention. And so, no, I'm using the camera because that's the only thing you have as self-defense in a court of law against some type of cop who, or anybody, if it's a certain situation that you need documented footage for when you go to court and somebody can't make something up. That's what the camera's for. It don't have anything to do with trying to get attention. I was trying to explain that to somebody. If I wanted attention, I won't be sitting in this car every day with you guys, talking to you guys on the YouTube channel. I just now all of a sudden went out and started doing this because of how they were doing me and how I saw what I saw that they were doing and stuff like that. If I wanted the attention, I would have done this a long time ago. Just like I didn't want the attention with the face mask thing. The important thing was to understand the law and people's rights with their bodies. Now, I try to tell people, if you're too stupid to understand that, and you just don't get it, that means you don't care about your rights. You don't know the law, but that don't mean you got to try to bring me down to your dumbass level, is what I call it. I don't know what else I said, but you're not going to bring me down to your stupidity level and try to tell me something's true and tell me this, that, and the third. Everything that happened to me was caused from a cop going out of his way, making up something to get me in trouble. The same thing when he took my plates, he used the light, ran my tags for that. He knew my tags was bad because he knew that I had a bait car. They wanted me off the streets. And every other idiot was, oh no, he didn't, so. Yeah, right. Now you're gonna see them coming out a little bit deeper now because I'm not on the streets anymore, or they think that. And I'm gonna show you exactly tomorrow when I get on foot, exactly what they do, how they do it. And you can say that I'm lying or I'm crazy, I'm paranoid, but literally it was on some Truman Show junk where they were literally using people like the UPS man, the mail person. I know y'all think I'm lying, and I know that, but you can think that all you want. I have hours and hours and hours and hours of proof of it. It's a community thing. You know how everybody, something starts trending and everybody, oh, that's cool. Everybody just jumps on it. I'm not exactly sure what it is exactly, but I know that it has something to do with some type of community watch thing that is a collaboration with law enforcement. It's the only way that I think it could be. That it has to be some kind of collaboration with law enforcement because law enforcement, before I started filming and going around, the law enforcement were right along with the so-called unmarked police cars, which were the community cars, which are just people who live, in the city or whatever. So I was trying to explain that to people, and they just didn't get it. But sheeple don't get anything. As long as nothing ain't affecting them, they don't care. So, but yeah, they did. What happened next? Yeah, that was about it. So now y'all are caught up. And I want you to go out in your community and see if they're doing the same thing. And all you gotta do is walk. Like I'll prove it tomorrow, but I proved it today too. All you gotta do is walk, and they still do the same thing. You just have to know how to spot which ones are in the community, and you'll see the same people. I've been trying to get back to you guys forever now. I cannot explain MITI as well. I know what that means. I cannot explain the stuff that these ridiculous, sick in the head, insane people put me through. Like, I really cannot explain to you guys the stress of people as old as they are or look acting so childish, and people being as old as they are, not understanding the law or caring about the Constitution or caring about people having rights. They really don't. They'll just make up an excuse for why I should just let the cop do whatever he wants to do. Like a cop was fishing for my boss to get tags. So I put my phone out, right, and I was recording him. He was basically just trying to get anybody in trouble. So he looked over, so I was recording him, and then gave me a ticket for following too closely. Not having my license, and $226, but not having my license, following too closely, and operating a motor vehicle or mobile phone in a motor vehicle or something like that. And this is the concept, you guys, that I was trying to get people to understand. All of that came afterwards. All of the after he went fishing to get my boss a ticket. He couldn't do that. So that's when he saw me, and then he pulled me over, right? So all of that came from him. The following too closely, because I was sitting over here. Well, first of all, my boss has I'm supposed to follow closely because I'm the backup safety truck, first of all. Second of all, he went fishing for the license and the whatever. Yeah, I should have had my license and all that, but it would have never happened if he wasn't being a lazy ass sitting on the side of the road trying to run somebody's tags and just looking for a reason to get somebody a ticket. See, they don't understand the concept of what I was saying. I said it's the principle of the matter that he was only fishing for a ticket to give somebody a ticket. That's all he was doing. They didn't understand. People don't understand that. That's all he was doing. That's exactly the reason why he was sitting on the side of the road running tags, and that's exactly the reason why he went up to my boss and was looking at his tags. He was looking to find somebody a ticket. And I'm like, y'all don't understand the concept of that, or that's wrong, and that I should be pissed that I just got a $226 ticket because I was recording him so he didn't violate somebody's rights. They did not. People don't understand that. $226. Give it up. Giving up what I'm doing is giving up America. Is giving up the last bit that we have in America. And all you other new agers on my channel who don't understand that, I done told you a million times, is because you're a bunch of punk bitches and you won't go out and do the things that I do. You're too scared, okay? Just like you're too scared to go and do the things that Bill Cooper did. But you want to talk about his legacy, even though you know shit about his legacy. Sorry, guys, it's been a while. I really wish I could explain to you. And they got mad filming while I was in the parking lot. I said, it's because they won't let me out the damn parking lot. Every time I get on, they're doing their little bootleg community watch, running their little patterns, trying to, I'm still trying to figure out what they're trying to do, y'all. Still trying to figure out. Don't know. At all. No, I can't drive. I mean, my car's going to get all set up, but I'm doing a new series now. I'm going to go on foot and do it. I don't care. And people say, oh, yeah, we'll get the car. They don't understand. I don't give a damn about no material thing. It's the principle. And people still don't understand what I mean by principle. That's the most pathetic part of it all. I can't drive my car. I mean, I still have it. Yeah, but the plates are gone. And I'm not putting up with that. I'll just live on Pat and Charlie and keep on doing my message thing because my message is not about being able to have material things and drive down the street. It's about having my rights to drive down the street because all my license plate and everything was taken via violation of my rights. And the reason why is that it is all gone is because they went out of their way to make sure I could not drive anymore. I was never supposed to get pulled over, period. And that's what people still don't understand because they don't understand the law. And they think I should be as dumb as them and be like, oh yeah, well, he caught me. They don't understand the fact that the way that he did it was not the right way. Therefore, I should have never got a ticket. I should have never got stopped. I should have never got bothered. But since they don't know the law, they think that I'm still in the wrong somehow. Just like they thought all of a sudden they played a victim when I'm recording them in the Circle K parking lot, recording all the people doing their little hillbilly bootleg community watch against me. Over here in a U-Haul truck and UPS man trying to fishing truck, looking like a damn. You got a whole bunch of rednecks thinking that they're cops, that they're 007 at the gas pump, procrastinating, wait for me to leave. To do, and then y'all, every time they box me in and do whatever the hell they want to do, they always back off. So I was like, what the hell was you trying to do in the first place? It should like people are mentally insane, y'all. There's some going on where you remember I told you guys before that I think that there's some kind of psycho trait personality thing where people are literally walking around insane as hell, but they think that they're like a doctor and they think that they're like a lawyer and you know what I'm saying? And because I talk this way or look this way, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I don't have no clue what I'm talking about. Well, y'all know how that goes though. But so I just wanted to catch y'all up. Oh yeah, I'm waiting to get back on the original Cooper channel. I'm about to go. I got like 48 hours to confirm my email because something going on since I dropped my phone. I got a new one though. So I'm trying to set all that up, but it said 48 hours I should know, and I'll be able to be back on the Cooper channel. Maybe I'll explain all that stuff there, but I just figured to come explain it here first, at least to let you guys know what's going on, because it's been a wild trip and this junk is not over yet. Like, these people got something wrong with them, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, seriously, there's mentally something wrong. There's a lot of evil people in Leland, North Carolina, or sick, and they're like the New Agers, Riri's. Try to tell y'all, that's why all the New Agers got an opinion and think don't know what I'm talking about when what I just explained about the whole bootleg community watch or whatever. But they still got an opinion about it, right? Even though they have no clue what I'm talking about. What else was I gonna say? Oh, what y'all got to say? Let me read y'all. I mean, I had to come tell y'all because I'm surrounded by some of the biggest idiots on the face of the earth who think that who literally think that I'm hillbilly stupid like them because of the way I talk and look and act. And it was about to drive me crazy. And I couldn't get up with you guys because of the whole phone break-in. I couldn't let y'all know what was going on. I was like, oh my God. I gotta talk to somebody who has common sense. Sense ain't too common today with a lot of people. Again, they just believe what they told. I got something else to tell y'all guys, I think. I'm trying to think of it. I'm pretty sure I'll think of it later or something. Maybe I'll jump back on here. I wanted to catch y'all up. I'll drop those links. You might have to check out later for me to get them both up, but I'll drop those links and then we're going from there. But I gotta go ahead and like let this be known. I'm gonna do series on this because I gotta let this be like known before I can get back to Cooper's work. Love y'all.